Yeah, I'll throw some weight around to DMX.
I don't work out
really
to music, though. I don't work out to music.
It really does influence you. Like, if DMX is on, I, like, do things I didn't think I was going to be able to do that day. If, like, D12 comes on, it's a little tougher to get that weight up, you know? Like, if my band comes on, that's not my jam for strength training.
But then when you hear Where the Hood At, then that's the shit.
Oh, God. Yeah, I could lift up the whole building.
Exactly.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
I could do squats to fucking ABBA. I don't care what's playing. I don't give a shit about the music. I mean, with the trainer, the toys, I'm talking to them, so whatever's on, like, in the distant background, it doesn't matter.
I mean, if X gonna give it to you starts, like, my trainer's like, I don't know what you did today, and it's like, no. I look at her and I go, it's what you did today. It's you putting on Darkman X. It put me in the right spot. I mean, Troy, you're probably, when you're doing your box jumps, you're probably jumping to the ceiling when DMX comes on.
That's sure.
Not what I meant.
Although I'm injured at the moment, but when I return, don't worry, I will.
What's wrong, Troy?
Is it the rectal problems?
Yeah, I had to go to the ER this weekend.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a excruciating hemorrhoid that is just not going away.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
From squats.
You got a fucking roid from squats?
Dude, my ass is on fire. I literally woke up yesterday morning. I was like, I got to go to the hospital. I got to figure this out.
Wow, that bad. So when you're shitting, is it rough? Like,
it's hell. I'm in hell.
It is,
shitting.
right?
Yeah.
So you might need a little surgery on it.
I might. They gave me some cream that is supposedly like the high-powered shit, but I don't know.
Not doing it.
Has it helped?
I just started it yesterday. It feels like it's helping a little bit, but it's painful, man.
How big is it?
Probably like that big.
Oh, yeah, Troy.
Wow.
It's like a fucking golf ball. Jesus.
Honestly, it looks like it's like an acorn size. That's big.
Yeah.
Is it in the inner walls of your asshole, or is it kind of like on the outer lip?
It's like on the outer lip. But it's in enough where it like has, the poo going out has to hit it.
Where any log has to it's like the thing you walk through, those little human gates when you walk through and your legs open them and they close behind you, like the OK Corral. It's got to pass your roid like a fucking, a swinging OK Corral door.
Swinging door. Do you feel it when stuff's going in or only coming out?
Yeah.
Well, funny you say that. They gave me a prescription suppository, and I can't keep it in. It just comes firing right out.
Wow. Wow.
I'm a mess, man.
So, do you know the moment that it happened? Like, do you know the specific squat that you did it on, or you just came home and you were like, oh?
Well, I was doing a front squat, and my trainer's like, he's like trying to push me, like more weight, go lower, and I'm like, man, come on, like, but it's like, okay, whatever, I'm working through it. And then just when I got home, my ass was hurting a little bit, and then at night it just exploded.
How long ago is this? 5 years.
Last Monday.
Okay.
A week. A week of hemorrhoid life.
Yeah, and I talked to Mike before the show last Tuesday. I'm like, do lifters and people that do heavy lifting, do they get hemorrhoids a lot? And he was like, yeah, it happens. So I was like, okay, so that's definitely what happened. That's where it came from.
The blood. What happens? Like the blood just shoots down and pushes it, like fills it up a little bit.
Oof.
Yeah, and I just can't get it to like. They were saying that you have to get it cut open and drained.
Yeah, just do it yourself.
I thought about it. I tried popping it, and it made it worse.
Oh God! So what were you doing? Were you sitting in the bathroom with like a
just
mirror
my fingers trying to like.
Oh!
It's terrible. I'm in hell. Yeah. I have no idea.
Oh my God! Now, is your girlfriend in New York or is she in Florida right now?
No, she leaves this afternoon. I have to drive her to the airport. She's been figuring through the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's
tried
terrible.
to help you?
I won't let her see it. I won't let her look at it.
Oh, it's really visible, huh?
Oh, yeah, clearly. Like, it's clear. Like, when I had to go to the ER yesterday and these two girls, oh, my God, that's so embarrassing. I had to get on my side and spread my cheeks. And two girls.
You have a gold record.
Oh, I didn't even think about the gold record, yeah.
I didn't bring up the gold record. It was funny when I was there.
Yeah. Did you guys see Spider-Man, by the way? Did you guys see? Oh, no. Okay. All right. Just keep looking at the hemorrhoid then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped that part.
Yeah, good.
It's I'm in hell. It's been.
What
bad.
did they say when they saw it?
Well, they said there's some hemorrhoid that you get that it doesn't ever go away. I forget what they call them. And they're like, well, luckily it's not that. I can tell you it's not that. But this does look bad. And so they said this is better than over the counter stuff. This has like a little bit of a steroid in it that should help the inflammation go down. So,
what hemorrhoid doesn't go away?
Travis.
I forget what they were called. But yeah, you have to go get them they call them. You have to get them lanced off.
Oh, lance. Oh, okay.
It's good that it's going to go away, but do they know when or how?
Well, they said if it doesn't go away within the next week, I got to go to a butthole doctor and I got to have him look at it.
A rectologist.
Yeah.
Let's get your asshole.
You're gonna have to get butthole surgery.
I hope not, man. That just sounds.
I think
terrible.
so.
You already know that there's problems down there.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Did you tell them about
You
their
should see if,
involuntary poops?
I say, well, they gave me a stool. They prescribed a stool softener, and I was like, I have no problem with it being soft. It just comes flying out. So I don't know if I'm taking it, but I don't know what good.
At least you're honest. Look, Doc.
Yeah.
I'm doing that on my own.
Yeah, trust me. My asshole, it's like fucking, it's like rain. My asshole is like rain. There's no need for a stool softener. Yeah, you just get it fixed. They'll go in there, they'll fucking cut it and stitch it, and it'll be done. It probably won't even be that bad to recover. But your
really
asshole
gonna
hurting
try
is
not
rough,
to.
though. It's rough.
Yeah, it's bad. I just miserable all week. And then I tried to go work out last week, and then it just made it worse. And
you don't do squats.
Yeah.
Did you do squats again with it?
I didn't do squats. No, but I did do
Good.
some box jumps, and that didn't help the situation.
No. How hard is it to,
Because
to
you kind
wipe?
of.
You have to wipe
hell.
around.
Yeah. I got the medicated pad, the Tux medicated pads.
Yep.
Good.
You do one wipe with the paper just to get the big stuff out of the way, and then you get in there with the Tux to really kind of fine tune.
Did it help?
No, I mean
I could help
helps
you.
wiping with Tux, but it doesn't.
I can help you. Trust me. Jim Norton and a pair of pliers could relieve you of your discomfort rather quickly.
Although it probably wouldn't be the most comfortable thing to travel with. Sitting on an airplane seat with the hemorrhoid is probably not the best idea in the world.
Yeah. The hemorrhoids that don't go away they're called thrombosed hemorrhoids. It's a
So you don't have a thrombose?
No, I do not. Thank God.
Good. Thank God.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google what that
cool.
looks like too. It's rough.
The host with
I'm not going to
thrombose.
do that.
I'm going to look at it. Now, where are they? Are they inside?
Inside, or that can happen right on the edge.
Oh, there's a couple pictures of
side?
open and bleeding. They have no blood flow due to blood clots. Almost always external. They're not considered to be dangerous, but they can be quite painful. Do they go away on their own? Some do. If you have bleeding that continues or painful roids, talk with your healthcare provider. Shut up.
Did you reach out to Dr. Steve?
Yeah, I think the best thing to you, I like to have a finger wiggle around in there and just kind of jiggle a roid, keep the blood flow. Yeah, it's blood, it's pus.
Oh. So how do you, is it like embarrassing to go to the ER with that as your emergency? Because, there are people, it's like you go in, I was shot. I have a gunshot wound and, I would need to see a doctor so that I don't die, or I was stabbed, or I fell down and broke my leg, and you're like, I've been dealing with this hemorrhoid for a while, and it still hurts.
Can you whisper it?
Yeah.
It's a hemorrhoid? It's a what?
Yeah.
What, sir? Hemorrhoid. It's a hemorrhoid. What?
Yeah, it's embarrassing. And the girls that were there at the ER, there was 3 girls, 2 of them were cute, so that doesn't make it any easier.
Hot candy stripers looking at your swollen shitter.
Especially when you put it that way.
And then I'm trying to explain it to these 2 girls, the nurse is there, and then my girlfriend's just laughing at me because she thinks this is hysterical.
Yeah.
She doesn't make it any easier. So
she's laughing at you.
Oh yeah, full on. Yeah, she thinks this is hysterical.
The best medicine, though.
Yeah, it is.
Sure is.
That's true. But it's usually you're supposed to be the one laughing. It's not like laughter at your expense is the best medicine.
Right.
I don't think
That's right.
That's not generally.
But it
how they
sucks
phrase
too
it
because you
anyway.
got to shit. Like the joy of taking a shit just ruined by
gone.
fear, and then you have to wipe so gingerly.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Pat around it, tap 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 tap.
So then, do you wait instead of going like, oh, I kind of feel like I have something brewing. I'm going to go and make myself a home on the toilet bowl. Do you wait until you like it's an emergency, like you really, really, really have to go, and then you'll finally give in to the fear of the pain that's about to strike you in the cavity?
Till it's about to fall out, and then I just go and I just kind of like loosen it a little just to let it out.
Yeah.
And then then
can't
just
push.
the pain of sitting there and like the force of like, and then you're like, oh no, I think I feel a second one, so that then it's like, oh no, now this, so.
I know it would help you. The food you should be eating steak and taking Vicodin. That's what you should do.
That'll help.
Yeah. You'll shit literally. You'll shit something that feels like a rock. Just a hard, forced out, no water piece of duty. That'd be really.
I hope
rough.
you're staying. I hope you're staying very hydrated. That might help if you stay very hydrated.
Yeah, drink water.
Yeah. Drink a lot of water. What it says is, so I'm on a high fiber. I'm taking fiber pills. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm limiting my seat time on the toilet.
Sure.
Right,
I'm
that's
avoiding
smart.
Straining bowel movements, where you sit there and wrestle with it. Like if it's not ready
push.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I push my feet, lift off the floor. Sometimes I use such force, my heels come up. Like I really like to force one out. I'm going to shit when I want to shit, and that's it.
You ever have an injury happen on a totally unrelated work? You ever have a note? You ever have an injury happen when you're working out that goes like, oh, like maybe I'm an older gentleman than I thought I was. This doesn't happen to younger fellas.
This would be it.
Okay, all right. Like, damn it! Oh man, like like you have to look at your trainer next time he goes like, let's put some more weight on. You're like, I'm gonna get another hemorrhoid. We're not putting more weight on, dude.
Yeah.
Like no. I don't want to sound like a wuss, but no, I don't need I mean, it took 2 weeks to get rid of the last hemorrhoid, and I had to have surgery. I'm not doing that much weight. I'm not getting that low.
My trainer is like 25 years old. I'm like, you never had a hemorrhoid from lifting? He's like, no. Looked at me like I was crazy for saying that.
Must be nice. 25.
Wait, buddy. Just wait.
Yeah.
25. Yeah. Wait till it hits you, and it's going to hit him. Don't you worry about that, Troy. Don't let that guy bully you. It'll hit him, and it'll hit him hard.
You know what it is? Because now that you're getting older, the walls of your asshole, it's like onion paper. So it's just very, very, like the skin is like onion paper, and it's not going to firmly hold everything together anymore. Like any type of strain, blood's just going to fly right through and just balloon out as far as it can. Because you're an older man now. It's okay. You're almost 50 years old.
Yeah.
We have the, how old are you, 42?
Said it so casually.
43.
Older than that.
Oh, okay, you're almost 45. All right. Yeah, we have these little things that go wrong. It just happens.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you've lived a life. You've lived a life.
I certainly have. But Sam, this should be a lesson to you. I see the weight that you're putting up. You better be careful, man, because you're getting up there in age too. The anus just isn't what it once was.
Well, he's got about 10
It's a good
years
point.
before he hits your age.
It's a good. Yeah, no, I got.
No, but he's put up
it
a
is
lot
good
more weight
point.
than I am.
That's true. I got to make sure, keep it in the quads, keep it in the glutes, and don't let it. And the glutes are tricky because you keep it in the glutes, but you narrow it down a little bit, and all of a sudden you're lifting with your rectum, and that's always a bad look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One bad move, the hole's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I'll
do
bet
you have
the
to drive your
depth,
girlfriend to the airport?
I have to. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You have to set a little donut.
I haven't thought about getting a donut. I'm not, but
Man,
How far
I think
to
I got a
airport?
rental car. It's like a half hour or 45 minutes, right, Troy?
Yeah, it's about a half hour, 45 minutes. Sure.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Good thing I got a rental car when I was in Orlando this time. I finally got a car and drove myself to get my COVID test before NXT, but because otherwise I would have hit Troy up, and Troy's a good guy, so he would have been like, yes. And I wouldn't have had any idea I was putting my friend through such gruesome pain, because he would have, and then I would have been like, okay, why don't you drop me back off at the hotel? And then he would have just been alone, not even the social companionship to distract him from his hemorrhoid screaming at him.
Yeah, and especially in the car in Florida, it's going to sweat. Your crack is going to sweat and begin chafing. Like when I was a kid, if I didn't wipe my asshole good enough, I would get that dry red itching. Like when it would sweat, it would chafe. I mean, when I was a kid, I wouldn't always wipe my crack. It's the famous story of how I tried to one time use I was at Marvin's house and I tried to use I think it was Freshen Up toothpaste. That was the one that was different colored. Like my asshole was burning, and I took Freshen Up on my finger and I rubbed it in there, thinking it would be like nice and cool. And it was like somebody opened my crack and blew a flamethrower into it. It was very ill-advised because toothpaste fucking burns.
Right.
That was a terrible mistake. So be careful what you put on it. Is my point. Try toothpaste. Yeah, try some toothpaste.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe follow doctor's orders. Don't worry about the old wives' tales that you read.
Yeah.
I've heard peanut butter helps. Like, no. Why don't you just go with the medicinal ointments?
Yeah.
This doesn't become a
stop,
chronic issue.
Yes.
Me too. And I think you got to stop poking around back there, buddy. I'm worried about you poking around back there. I know you're trying your self surgeries and trying to pop it yourself.
Right.
I think you got to stop. You got to stop poking around back there. You're gonna do more damage than good.
Well, I learned my lesson.
Quit jazzing around back there. Quit futzing around back in your crack.
Were you able to flirt with the girls at the ER after?
Nope.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And you know what? I was glad that I could wear it. I felt better having to keep a mask on. I think if I didn't wear a mask, I think I would have been more embarrassed. But just having a mask on, it's just like, you don't know what I look like. You know?
It's almost like you're hiding. You're hiding.
You can't ask for a date there. You know, hey, wait, baby, this was a nice meeting. You want to go out for a soup or a pudding? You want to go out for a smoothie? Just something that's not going to hurt your crack. Oh, poor
I know a great place for Activia yogurt. Okay, that's a weird specific.
Yeah.
So when will you know if it feels better at all?
Well, I started the new cream yesterday, and it's feeling a little better. I feel like the swelling is going down a tiny bit, but it's so hard to tell. And then I've been using like a lidocaine spray, so that kind of helps take some of the pain out. But
you know how I'd help you? I would like to take a spatula and just scrape it roughly and watch it just pop off. Pop it off like a skin tag.
Oof.
That's like you're taking wallpaper off of the thing that they use.
Yes. A wallpaper scraper.
Yeah, like when you got to get the registration sticker off your car to replace it, and you got to take a razor blade and and just real slowly. Oh, there's a little bit left.
You know, you see when something like this happens, you think of fucking dickheads like Ted Kaczynski, who is against technology. This fucking asshole that he is. And then you look like technology is pretty awesome. That I can just go in and get knocked out and have this taken care of, or have medicine fix this. Like, you imagine like being in a tribe somewhere where they don't have any modern medicine and no ability to open and close wounds without getting them infected. Like, how much more pain you'd be in if you were like in a tribe and you ran around barefoot and hunted. Although you'd probably.
What if Steve Jobs got a hemorrhoid?
He'd have tea.
Yeah.
He'd drink tea for 6 months, and then he'd blame his staff for it.
Yeah, this is from Yohimbi. It's supposed to remove. No, it's not. Go to the doctor. Stupid.
Yeah.
Troy, you should take daily photos so you can see if it's getting better.
Yep.
Smart. And they also will survey the audience to see if it's getting better.
Yeah, on your IG. Put it on your IG.
Always
you get a second
opinion's always good. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that could be really chronic. You're going to want to get that removed. A little cream will put on it. I'd be happy to get in there with my fingernail and pinch it. A lot of times you just have to pinch it. You bite down on a wallet, and you just pinch it. Like a Civil War wound. You just bite down on something while doctors, or you twist it like a balloon. Fut. Oh my God! All day I'm going to think of fun things I can do with your roid. Fun removal. The fucking butt end of a hammer be a great way to pull it up.
Oh,
like you're pulling a nail up. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Troy. That's painful. That asshole pain sucks, dude. It sucks.
Yeah, I was down. If you were around, Sam, I was down to hanger, but I would have just complained about my asshole the entire time. So
that's what you missed.
I would have been fucked up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I had other things on my mind. I was worried about the show and thinking about everything. Then I would have been concerned about you at the same time. I probably didn't need the added stress.
That's exactly right.
I'm such a mess on show day anyway. To also then be worried about my friend and the status of his anus would not have helped anything.
Send a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be confused. They
could actually use you in a match, dangle you from the ceiling, and have like a ladder match, and the first one to reach up and be able to pull your roid off somehow wins the match. Yeah.
A hemorrhoid on a pole match, and Troy is just at the top of the pole holding it.
Yeah. Maybe little fucking tweezers and snippers and things. That's painful. It is. Did you wake up with it? Like it's bothered you in the middle of the night when you're laying there, and like the weight of the other cheek is on it?
Feels like my ass is on fire. I mean, I tried putting ice on it. It's hard to keep an ice cube on your asshole. It gets cold.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't think about
helped with the swelling a little bit, but, not much.
But it's not practical either, is it?
No. I mean, I'm sitting there watching TV, like this with a fucking ice pad on my asshole,
Right.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there, and what you don't know is you're going to wear out your coccyx. You're putting all that weight on your coccyx because you're trying to keep your cheeks up.
Yeah.
Who's going to do so? Your coccyx is not prepared for that kind of weight. That's not what it's designed for.
Yeah.
You don't want to break it.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to break your coccyx.
I'm feeling hopeful.
Yeah, I mean,
I am
just
too.
get it removed.
I am too.
They'll just remove it. Go in there and get a doctor.
Yeah.
Hey, doc, go in there and slice that little bugger off. Oh, now.
It's just wild. It's wild to be at that point in your life, though, where it's like, no, I'm going in for hemorrhoid surgery.
Yeah.
It's going to happen to you, Sam. I guarantee it, man.
Sure.
Well, I'm going to try to learn from your lessons, for sure. But yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, I
seeing
try
that
to
weight
look
you're throwing around at the gym. That's not light, man.
That's right.
No, it isn't light.
Would you like to see Sam get a roid, just so he knows what it feels like?
I'd be so happy.
And I'm sure you get tricked. Like, I'm sitting there listening to DMX, thinking I can conquer the world, right? And thinking, like, I want to impress this guy. This is for Yonkers. This one's for Yonkers right now. And then I put up more than I can, and I'm celebrating, I got 315 up the other. I mean, if I wasn't careful, I would have been like, let's put 320 on. Let's put 325 on. I'm probably only a couple of pounds away from a nice big hemorrhoid.
I'm going to major
Imagine
blowout.
seeing Sam duck walk to the... No, I just got to duck walk to the locker room in the back of his sweatpants, stained maroon.
Here's the problem, too. Like, Troy is in the type of shape and looks like the type of person that can get away with saying, like, I got a hemorrhoid from working out. But if I said I got a hemorrhoid from working out, people would just look me up and down going, what were you working out? Like, I don't look like, I don't look like I'm spending any time in a gym. So the idea that I would have to, the idea that I would have to then turn around and be like, well, no, I'm doing this, and then I got a hemorrhoid. It'd be really embarrassing. So, I really hope that doesn't happen. It's something I'll think about. I wasn't thinking about it, Troy, before your cautionary tale. And that's not taking this as a cautionary tale.
Him duck walking to the bathroom, just the back, a dark crimson stain on the back of his little sweat trousers, saying, I just got to make a phone call, or whatever awful excuse. And then you'd have to bend down to pick your phone up, like stiff-legged, because you don't want to squat. Like, you have to, like, shit or something, and you bend down to pick something up, and your legs are stiff. It's an awkward bend. You have to do that and grab your phone, and you're trying to be like, are you okay? You're like, yeah, I just got to. She's like, honey, you should check. You should check. And you'd feel it like wet material on the back. Yeah.
You feel a little drip of something on your leg. You're not sure if it's poo or blood.
Yeah, but it's not good. You never feel a drip on the back of your leg under your asshole. I think it's a great thing. It's never great.
Something involuntary happened. This is bad news. Find out come to find out my Bam Bam Bigelow shorts are stained. It's just bad news all around.
Yeah. Well, at least you went and got it looked at, Troy. At least you had it.
Yes.
checked.
Responsible.
And I guess, Sam, as we're starting, I'm listening to you guys just kind of bantering a little before. And I guess I would love to get a quick update, if no one objects.
I don't.
To Troy. I would love to know how you're doing, and if you've been able to go bike riding yet.
A little update, if you weren't listening yesterday, Troy, well, he was motivated by my motivational Instagrams that I've been posting lately. I've become part of, Mike Montone has noticed it. I've become kind of a big fitness society, influencer. I'm part of the fitness community now.
You've joined the Brotherhood of Iron.
That's right. I'm in the Brotherhood of Iron. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, Troy, and his trainer, by the way, his trainer didn't help him. His trainer didn't tell him to slow down, which he should have. Troy went down for a front squat recently and lifted with everything, and unfortunately, he gave himself an acorn-sized hemorrhoid on the lip of his anal there. So it's been tough goings for about a week.
It's like your asshole got into a fight. That's what it looks like. Because you're right. It's on the lip. It's like your asshole got socked.
Yeah, I felt like I was doing pretty good yesterday. It's funny because nothing gets my DMs lit up like some hemorrhoid talk. Everybody wanted to tell me their hemorrhoid stories.
Oh, sure.
And things they could do for it. People had all these hacks, to how to make it better.
What was one of them?
Well, this girl that's a fan of the show, Melissa, she hit me up. She's like, "Oh, you need to put sugar on it." She's like, "It helps to reduce the swelling."
Then let bees land on it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So I Googled it. It did say that. So I was like, okay. So I've been putting some sugar on my butthole.
I love that. I Googled it, and it did say that sugar was an option. The internet did say sugar was an option. So this Melissa character wasn't out of her mind.
Yeah. No, she was right. So I'm trying everything. And I felt pretty good. I went for a jog yesterday afternoon. I did 30 minutes of yoga, and I felt good. And I've been pretty confident until I shit this morning. Now my confidence is gone.
Why?
It's just because I feel like we're back to, square one.
Jump Street.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Well, it ruined your progress, huh?
Yeah, I just reapplied, put everything on, so I'm hoping
when you
for the best.
When you say reapplied, did you reapply the prescription ointment or the sugar? Or both?
I put the ointment on, and then I have this witch hazel lidocaine spray that I've been putting on too. It kind of helps with the pain. And then the only thing with the sugar is you sort of feel like you have sand in your asshole all day.
I could see that. The granular nature.
Yeah.
And you're going to wake up with a line of ants into your asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, weird like big Florida mosquito cockroach things, like some of those big Florida insects crawling up the back of his thighs. You don't want that. It's not a good look.
Poor Troy.
Flying around like it's a corpse on the ground.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, but it wasn't until so yesterday was a false flag operation. Yesterday it started, you were kind of confident the whole day, it sounds like, because you applied the sugar pretty quick after the show.
Yeah.
And then you did your jog and your yoga and everything, and it's like, okay, we're on the other side of this thing.
Yep.
And then boom, surged up again. I mean, it's like you thought you had flattened the curve. You didn't realize there was another surge coming.
Yeah, there's another, couple weeks of serious fucking issue going on here. So yeah, no, I know. I'm hoping for the best, man. This is it's killer. I do not want to go get it cut. I don't want to get it drained. I don't know if I can. Do you know what's inside of it? Can I take I was thinking of taking a needle and just trying to poke it and get all the juice out. I wonder if I can do that.
Smart.
No, because you might get infected. Like the next time you shit, if there's one thing shit is full of, it's besides flavor, it's bacteria. So the last thing you want to do is have all that bacteria going over that like an open wound. I wouldn't lance it. No.
Although if you have no
Hey,
other
doctor
option,
did.
it might be the best thing to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm at that point where I'm just like, I just need to figure something out. I don't want to go to the doctor again.
Why?
Yeah, no, I get that. What you do is you take like a big old knitting needle or something like that that's going to make a nice big hole. You poke it with that, you drain it, and then in order to avoid infection, you stick a Band-Aid over that sucker. Put a Band-Aid on the open wound, and that way nothing's going to touch it.
Or pour rubbing alcohol on it. Rubbing alcohol would help.
Oh, that would really. And then
it would smart, but if you cut it, you have to pour some rubbing alcohol. And don't use a needle because that will have a sloppy poke. If you're going to do it, just get it done properly with a box cutter, like a quick with a box cutter because it will cut it evenly and drain it faster.
True.
Yeah.
Get a nice slice off the top. Now, with the rubbing alcohol, do you worry that because of where the wound would be, some of the rubbing alcohol would get into Troy's cavity?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful because you really have to pour it all over. So you're probably going to get some on your bag. You don't want rubbing alcohol in your bag, and it's going to burn a bit. You can just go. But if you're going to do it at home, you really got to be sure it's not infected. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you could do a home birth, you could do childbirths at home now.
Yeah.
I don't see why you can't do home hemorrhoid removal. Get a couple mirrors. I don't know if you've installed like mirrors in the ceiling or anything like that. I don't know what kind of life you're living right now, but that would help. Some kind of, extra mirrors so you can kind of see everything.
Yeah.
And, while your lady is out of town, especially, because that's when you don't have to confine yourself to the to the bathroom and do something in private. You can do it in one of the bigger rooms in the house and really spread out and try to really put that work in,
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I will. I'm going to see how it goes. I feel like it's deflating a little bit, so I'm hoping for the best. We're just going to keep our fingers crossed with this one.
Have one of those women come help you. What are they? Medillas, they're called?
Yes.
The women that will come and assist you in lancing your boil. I think that's
right.
Just hire someone on TaskRabbit.
Hire someone on TaskRabbit to come over. Somebody handy with a box cutter. Yeah, somebody, preferably ex-gang member who knows how to draw a weapon and cut really quickly. Just let them poke
cut
in your
quick
eye
and run.
Cut quick and run.
Yeah.
It's fixable.
And you throw ice on it. That's the trick. You put some ice on it beforehand, you won't feel a thing.
It's harder than you think to keep ice on your butthole. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. It's tough.
It sounds hard.
It's difficult. Yeah.
Well, I hope you feel
that's
better.
tough. Well, you drove to the airport though yesterday to drop off your lady. Was the drive okay? Because that is a lot of sitting, and it's tough when you're driving. You can't really because at home you can kind of lean forward and kind of sit on your coccyx, but you can't do that when you're driving.
No, but it's sort of like what I'm doing now, is where I'm just sort of leaning more on this cheek.
Left
and then
cheek
this is a little bit more elevated on this side, so it's not a lot of the weight is on the hemorrhoid.
Sure.
So that's how
you switch. Do you switch halfway through so you don't get like your glute doesn't go to sleep?
I mean, yeah, you can move around a little bit, but it's a little bit more pain when you come over to this side.
Yeah, it's having a bad foot. It's like standing with a bad foot.
You
have to take the pressure off. You can't change the pressure back to the bad foot. Get a little donut to sit on, like one of those little inflatable things, like you were molested, and fucking just sit on that for a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well so you're
That's what
comfortable.
you do.
I know.
That's what
well,
you do.
I could do that. I'm hoping this doesn't last much longer, but the way things are going.
Saying, yeah, with this morning's bowel movement, it didn't give you a lot of hope.
Two bowel movements.
Good for you.
So was that? I mean, normally good for you, but when you do one and it's so unpleasant because of the hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
And then you feel like, oh no, there's another coming. Is there a sense of dread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with this again.
Dude,
I didn't bring my phone in. You know what I mean? It's just get in and get out.
Yeah.
Smart.
Read the shampoo bottle. No fucking perusing the internet. Just read the shampoo bottle, shit and finish. But I'd be at the doctor immediately for something like that. Because again, it's home remedies can work, but Western medicine does have a knack for certain things, and surgery is one of them. And if you have something fucking on your asshole that's bothering you, just get it done. Get it. You don't want to be you'll be uncomfortable for a week anyway. Like, this is not going to be better in a week. So if surgery would have you uncomfortable for a week.
Yeah,
That's why we have insurance.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, other than when you go to the ER, the insurance doesn't cover a lot of that. I figured that out quick.
Oh, yeah. That copay doesn't go very far, does it?
No, it does not.
Doesn't cover emergency butthole doctor visits. Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, because there's
How much
this
is it
box
gonna
that
run
they
you?
check. There's a box that they check where it goes, clearly this is not an emergency. And when you check that box, it's like, the copay is so much higher.
Well, it's a week went by and it kept getting worse. So, what was I supposed to do? I was like, I couldn't sleep Saturday night. I was like, that's it. We're going to the hospital. We're getting this figured out.
How much is it going to run you, the emergency room trip?
The emergency with the copay was $250.
All right. It could be worse, though. It's not like it's over $1,000. That's a lot of money, but it's not like it's, that sucks
Right,
and you shouldn't have to pay it. But it's like, all right, for a hospital trip, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like I'd be in Troy. I would be upset. $250 is big money to keep your hemorrhoid. If you went home with no hemorrhoid, I don't think you'd be missing that $250. But like when you give them $250 and a week later you're still roided up, it's like what? So what was the $250 for then?
Yeah.
They gave me like a prescription strength like Prep H, and and two girls looked at my butthole. And that's what I got out of that.
Yeah, you spent $250 and got humiliated.
It's worth it. Trust me, I've spent more.
Jim, is that a good price?
Yeah, he got a discount. That's great. Who knew the hospital was a great place to go to have two girls just yell at you and laugh at you? Yeah, but you got to get that off, dude. It's probably not going to. You can't be shitting and dreading going to the bathroom. You can't have that where you're going to the bathroom like fuck. Shitting should be a joy. There should be a joy.
And
why are
normally
you
it is.
smiling? I'm heading to shit.
Normally it is.
You always know when I'm in a great mood if I'm going to shit because I have a big smile on my face, and I think you should as well. It's not right.
True.
Should never be afraid of it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to give it another day.
Give it another day.
Yeah.
But also, couldn't you make an appointment? Like, it doesn't have to be the emergency room. Couldn't you make an appointment at a rectologist or whatever they're called? That would that would sit there and go like, okay, I'll make this appointment. Like the emergency room is a little different.
Yeah, they gave me a recommendation for a rectologist, and but they said, sometimes there's a long wait to get in. Like sometimes it's like up to 2 weeks. So I'm like, well, fuck this shit. Like, I'm just gonna sweat it out.
2 weeks to wait. Yeah.
Well, you could make the appointment though. The 2 weeks is going to be there. Like, right, you're going to suffer for 2 weeks. You might as well have the appointment at the end of the road because 2 weeks is going to pass and then you're going to have no appointment.
Yeah. No, you're right. No, I know. I'm going to get through today. I'm going to see how it goes. You just got to take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it. That's what they say. True. That's what that phrase has always been about. When you have bad hemorrhoids, just one day at a time.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. And you know what, Troy? Don't forget, when you talk about Jesus, sometimes you just got to let him take the wheel.
That's exactly right. That's what I need to do here.
Instances. Yeah, just let Jesus take the wheel, and he'll put you in the right path. Cody in Louisiana on line 2 has a pretty good suggestion, I think, for Troy, and I'm assuming he's a doctor. What's up, Cody?
No, not a doctor. Definitely not a doctor. But if you could pour about 6 inches of water in a bathtub of the hottest water that you could stand to soak in, just enough to get your butthole wet. And the way it was explained to me is what it does is it kind of recirculates the blood out of the hemorrhoid area, and usually pretty instant relief. It'll start, the swelling will start going away. I mean, if I even have a dream about a hemorrhoid, that's the first thing I do is I get up and I go jump in the bathtub.
Nice warm bath. Yeah, because while you have third-degree burns on the back of your ankles and ass cheeks, your
well, that's why I said the hottest water you can stand to sit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you know what Troy's asshole I think of? Looks like it's like a hot air balloon. You ever see a hot air balloon before it takes off when it's just wobbling on the ground? That's what I just keep picturing on poor Troy's fucking butt cheek, is that little fucking hot air balloon just kind of wobbling. Very, very sad.
I feel your pain, buddy. I feel it. It's fun to deal with.
No.
Oh, thank you, man. Good advice.
Yeah.
Good
I'll try
advice.
it.
Appreciate it.
I'm ready to try anything at this point. So
just a little bit of water. You You put your ankles up on the tub.
Yep.
So that way it's just the butthole in the water. You know, I think that'll do the trick.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt, though, man. You won't be able to take it very hot. You're going to have to just get in the tub. You're just going to have to get in the fucking tub and sit in the tub for a while. You don't scald. Just sit in a nice hot bath. See if it fucking... Hot bath is really relaxing.
That just sounds like you want him to take a hot bath because you like hot baths.
Light some
I
candle?
do, but you know what? I mean, look, you're there. I mean, what are you going to do? Strobe light on yourself? Fucking... Yeah, put a fucking candle on. It's relaxing. But no, I'm saying is that they are kind of relaxing. If you put like Epsom salts or whatever you put in there, but I don't think that's scalding your asshole because you're not going to be able to do it for very long. You know, you let your asshole just kind of fucking steep in hot water. I think you get more out of a bath that's like a little uncomfortably warm that you can sit in for a while.
What if you put some oil in a pan, fry it up, and just have somebody fling it at your ass?
Yeah.
Right? Like that's it.
Or drip it. Drip it out of the pan like you're pouring syrup.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be painful.
Mm-hmm. That would.
Denise in Texas has some advice. People are really, I mean, people care about Troy.
Yeah.
You know, people really care. So, Denise in Texas, what's going on, Denise?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I don't really know Troy. I don't care about him. But when he said, do you know what's in there? Can I just cut it myself? A thrombosed hemorrhoid has a big blood clot in it. It's rather large. And what they do, they will lance it and pop it out and then put a big gauze pad over it. It's not a big deal, and you don't need to go to a proctologist to get that done. You can just go to a primary care clinic, and they should be nurse practitioners can do that. The sitz bath thing, it's not hot water, and you can buy one in like Walmart or something. You stick it underneath the toilet seat on the toilet, and so your butt just goes in there. I don't know about the bathtub thing, but
what was the suggestion for the bath? What's that? Hot what? I couldn't hear you. Phone dropped.
It's not hot water. It's I'm from Philadelphia. That's why I talk this way.
We know.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were all getting a kick out of it.
It's very obvious.
Hey, retired military, leave me alone.
All right.
So yeah, it's just warm water in that sitz bath. It's not hot. You couldn't sit in hot, and it would just burn you. That's really delicate tissue down there.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So
It's the military, Troy. You listen to the military.
Warm water. Like I said that. I said
Warm
warm
water.
would be better. Yeah, warm water just to kind of sit in.
Yep, that's right.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
smart.
madam.
Thank you,
Good
Denise.
luck with that. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks.
It's
Yeah,
so
you
funny
could try
how
to go
like
to-
you don't think of like my asshole health or whatever is bothering you at the moment as a person until something goes wrong and you're like, oh my God, I would give anything for the days where my asshole was copacetic. Like just
Absolutely.
just the days of taking a shit without worrying about it. It's almost like when you're healthy. Like I have no particular you just want to just be grateful to be healthy. Like when you hear poor Troy, like the next time you shit, you should just go, at least right now I'm shitting comfortably.
That's right. Add
Seriously,
this to your
the next time you shit comfortably, you'll be grateful for it.
Yeah.
Add this
Right.
to your gratitude list, Jim.
Fuck yeah.
Before you go to bed at night, when you're making your gratitude
Fuck
list,
yes.
put that butthole on there. Put that butt. Think about your bowel movements of the day. Put them on the list.
Thank God my asshole isn't on fire in the fucking toilet. Sometimes sometimes little stuff like that makes you feel like, all right, and you just kind of think, hey, I'm glad I'm not in fucking pain when I shit. And you'll be over this. So when you're over it, you just remember how bad it was.
Yeah.
I've had like times when my ears have been clogged, and you don't even realize how bad they're clogged, and then they get unclogged. Okay, well there's no recovery from that. And then
Fire.
And then, bro, you get them flushed out, and you can hear you don't even know how good. You don't remember how good your hearing was when this all first started, and you go just the sense of hearing properly again. You go oh my God, I'm so grateful for this. I can't imagine that feeling, except instead of your ear, your butt.
But the thing is,
It'd be even more.
When your ear is cleaned out, like my hearing of all the things in life that I'm bad at, my breathing sucks, my sniffling, my ears are amazing. I had a fucking ENT tell me that I don't have enough wax in my ears. They're too clean. And he told me that
Wow.
sometimes you clean your ears, you get a weird like pleasure out of cleaning your ear. And you do, like when you clean it with that thing, you're like, oh my God. It's not like coming, but I understand that it's something. This is something that's happening right here. Like, I don't know
relieving
exactly.
an
If I tugged my dick and all of a sudden I got the same feeling that I get when I clean my ears, I wouldn't argue. Like, I would fucking, I'd be like, all right, I can live with that. I'm not coming, but my ears feel good. So yeah, that must be a nice relief to have ears cleaned out. But my ears work really well.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I feel like that's only a fraction of how great it's going to be when Troy finally gets relief. You could go to like an urgent care, Troy.
That's where I went first.
Right.
They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't touch it.
We're not doing that here. They said.
No.
That's disgusting. Get the hell out of here. We don't do that here.
You know what doctors saying?
headaches.
You don't want to open your asshole in front of a doctor and hear, what the fuck? Ugh. Go to a real hospital. Ugh, buzz off.
Yeah. Well, what's the urgent care for if not to remove it, not to slice off a hemorrhoid right quick?
That's a good question. I went there at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, we don't deal with that here. We don't know what to tell you to do. They're like, go to the ER if it's really bad." So that's what I did.
Did you tell them or
A
show
real
them?
estate scam?
No, I walked in. I you're getting ready to sign do the paperwork and stuff at the urgent care, and you're like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "I have a hemorrhoid that's fucking killing me." And they're like, "Well, let me talk to the doctor. Hang on a second." And she went back. They're like, "Oh yeah, we don't do that here. We don't deal with that here."
Doctor's in the back, washing his hands, just ready for a great day. You think I'm starting my Sunday looking at some sweaty Florida asshole? He's probably been in the club all night. Fuck no. God knows what he's been taking in there. Because he doesn't know you. So you could just be some fucking club banger who's coming in with an achy hiney. And he's like, fuck this. Send him to the hospital. Oh, poor Troy.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Dr. Steve?
Sure, many times.
Not you.
Not you, Jim.
Good man.
I did. I mean, look, I've talked to doctors here. You know, like I've read some shit online. I don't know what else he could tell me that.
Well, he's a good soul, Dr. Steve. He may know. By the way, Dr. Steve probably hates when we recommend people talk to him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I have nothing else to do. But you want to, maybe he can send you a toe tag. You can just tie really tightly around it. With it's fucking, like taking a skin tag off.
Yeah, the problem with talking to Dr. Steve is you'd be like, I got this hemorrhoid, and he's like, well, there are backdoor euthanasia clinics that we can go to. You're like, wait, what? I'm not.
Yeah.
That's his cure-all.
This
And
is
he
a
starts
lie to
freeing up in
Kane.
bed.
This is a lie to Kane, but unfortunately, I can only apply it when it's around my wrist, so it's going to be very unpleasant going in.
Yeah. Dr. Steve in his euthanasia van. He starts revving up the engine as soon as somebody calls. Like, no. It's just a hemorrhoid. It's just a hemorrhoid.
Just a Roy.
Bert's tweet says, all right, secret time. I'm not going to rehab. I'm headed to Serbia to shoot my first feature film. That's good news. I wonder if that's why he's getting into shape. Remember, like when we talked to him, he's talking about how he's getting into shape. He's been lifting weights. He's been on the treadmill, and he's been giving himself treats. You know, he gets a tequila shot.
That's right.
If he
Yes.
gets through the last mile. I wonder if he's been getting into shape because he's got to be in this feature film, and even though he's very comfortable with his shirt off, I would imagine there's going to be a lot of Bert's shirt not being on in the film.
I don't think he'll have it on once.
Yeah. Wardrobe is strictly pants for Bert.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe he was getting, because, everyone wants to look as good without a shirt as they can. And Bert doesn't, Bert's a big guy, but he wears it well. Like, he's one of those guys who wears like a barrel chest kind of build, but he doesn't look like he's fat, or like he looks like he's a solid guy. If I walk around without a shirt, I literally look like somebody melted a marshmallow and put a blinking head on it. Like, it's just uncomfortable. But he looks fine without his shirt, even though he's a big guy.
Yeah, I can't go shirtless. I look like a melted candle with a bent paperclip in there. It's kind of like hunched over, trying to keep some semblance of a frame, but really, you just feel like it's going to fall apart at any moment.
Got those arms, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Show them off.
Yeah, show your guns off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nah, I mean, without the shirt.
We have a shirt.
Crazy, right?
We're
Yeah,
tank
rip it off. Rip your shirt off like Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan.
we can't see the we can't see the muscles.
Like Hulk Hogan.
Tear it off.
No, I'm going to keep my shirt on, I think.
All right.
But if I had a movie, I'd be doing it. I'd be going on a diet, because that's my issue, you know?
Right.
I exercise all I want, but I don't diet. I still eat like shit. So it's like, you know, I'm stronger, but ultimately, you're not sitting there looking at me going like, oh my God, this guy's an Adonis. It's like, no, this guy had McDonald's for lunch yesterday. It's how we roll.
Yeah.
But if I had a movie, I'd probably be dieting, and I'd probably be doing some of those hemorrhoid workouts that Troy's doing. You know what I mean? Like really pushing it.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, how's your hole?
How's your hole?
I feel like I was doing good yesterday, and I gained some ground, and then I went for a jog. I did 30 minutes of yoga. I was fine. And then last night I decided to try to pop it. And I feel like it set me back to
Troy,
square
what
one.
are you doing? Let it heal. Don't jog. Don't bounce around on it because the blood's just going to go like blah, 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 and fucking hang out in that little balloon sack. Give yourself a break. Do the yoga. You were making progress. Don't pop it. Oh,
I love that. I'm going to the gym today.
Are you?
Yep.
Why?
Just don't do squats.
Are you going to squat?
Don't do squats.
No, I'm not going to do squats, but I'm going to because I was made some real major ground over the past month and a half, and then I haven't been there in a week, and I feel like I'm getting set back. So
Sometimes you gotta let yourself
plow
heal.
through it.
Yeah, Troy, you're hurt.
Well, are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do at the gym?
You're gonna make it
Well,
worse.
I have the CrossFit class. That's what I'm going to tell them no squats, but whatever else.
What if they ask why?
What's that?
Yeah.
What if they ask why?
Yeah. I have a.
I told my trainer. I said you can't push me with the fucking. I got a raging roid right now.
What do you think of that? Was he apologetic?
No, he's like, I'm like, didn't you ever have you gotten hemorrhoids since the kid's like 25? He's like, no, I've never had a hemorrhoid.
Oh, so he's acting like you're an asshole.
It's so weird.
He's
I thought
acting like this is your problem. It's like Enoch. He's sitting there going like, I don't know, that must be your asshole. I don't know. That's not me.
They called me back, by the way, to let me know that you could.
I got a nice pink hole.
good.
You're fucking graying shitter. That's probably you're fucking gray meat shitter.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's weird, bro. I did the exact same squats that you did, and I don't have any hemorrhoids.
Sounds
so
like a
I don't know
YP.
what that is. That's not me. I mean, I don't know. People don't come here to not get pushed, so I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah. I would never tolerate that.
So you're going to the gym today?
It's
crazy.
CrossFit's gonna be tough though.
I don't think that's a
There's
good
more
idea.
than just.
No.
I know, because like CrossFit is a full body workout, so there's lots of motions that you might not even realize are gonna cause strain. Even if you're like doing a bench press, if it's really heavy, you might start you tense everything up, right? Like you got your back going, you're trying to get power from everything. You get power from your quads if you can tense those up, And I could see a balloon not being tensed, even for a bench press or something like that. I don't think that this is a very good idea at all, Troy. I mean, Mike, you're the biggest expert out of all of us. I can't imagine that a workout-induced hemorrhoid would do well in a hardcore CrossFit class.
Yeah, but Troy's a Florida guy now, so he has to worry about his physique. It's a very fit state. People are outside all the time. He might have to just kind of,
But couldn't he just go and do it? Maybe go do some time on the elliptical, or whatever, or just fucking something for cardio. And
you don't want to end up taking 3 steps back just because you're trying to get ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe focus on pull-ups. You could do pull-ups.
Yeah, do some conditioning.
Yeah, pull-ups are great. Curls.
Yeah. Pull-ups would be good.
Yeah.
Curls. You do some bicep curls, maybe.
Tai Chi.
Something like that. What, did you try Tai Chi, Troy? What
I
about
haven't
Tai
done
Bo?
Tai Chi, no.
What about Billy Blank? Have you ever seen the shape that Billy Blanks is in?
Yeah.
Looks great.
Do some Tai
Google
Bo.
him. He's in amazing shape. And he got that way through Tai Bo.
Yes, you did.
I wonder if DDP Yoga has a hemorrhoid workout. Because I talked to DDP, and he said he got a workout for people that are stuck in bed. He's got a workout for people that are on crutches. He's got everything. So would you want me to reach out to Dallas and see if he's got a hemorrhoid workout?
I think I'm all right. I'm going to just barrel through it.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Smart.
Terrible.
Smart.
Yeah.
Do you have
think it's a good
anything? Do you
idea.
ever work out for anybody that has a hot air balloon coming out of their asshole? Do you have?
Yeah.
But there is something, Troy. But you don't want to fuck it up and then you can't work out. I fucked up my arm, and I wound up hurting my arm so bad by doing something wrong and then just doing pull-ups through it that I literally couldn't use my arm for almost a year. It's when I lost all the weight because I just did cardio and ate nothing, but it wasn't healthy. So you don't want to fuck yourself up where you can't work out.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I've gotten through worse.
I think you'd be all right. And I think,
Yeah.
if anything, it proves that you're in the right mind frame because you started to get a little better and you immediately went back there to futz with it. That's you got better for one day and you immediately were like, let me get my hands on this sucker. Let me see if I can pop it right off.
I thought for sure I was going to be able to pop it. I thought this is going to come, blood is going to come flying out, and I'm squeezing it like this. The tears are rolling out of my eyes.
It hurt?
Oh my God. Just fucking excruciating pain.
But at least there was
That
a
really
payoff.
is,
At
by
least
the
you got
way.
it popped.
Did you get it popped?
Sorry, say it again.
I said at least there was a payoff for all that crying. You got it popped, right?
No.
Oh.
Now it's inflamed, and I just
Now it's
when I left a second ago, I just shoved a tux up my ass to kind of hopefully cool
What's
it
a
down a little
tux?
bit.
Cool that little rascal. Cool that little
What's a
barking
tux?
doggy down. Yeah, cool that rascal.
What's a tux, Troy?
It's like a cooling pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like little. Hang on, I'll show you. I'll show you all my.
They're specifically hemorrhoid cooling pads.
That's how you know it
Hemorrhoid
hurts. By the way,
cooling
when he
pad.
gets up, he's like, "I'll show you."
Heard that.
He has the.
Heard that.
It hurts to stand up. Yeah.
All right, so I got here's my tux.
Oh, wow.
You know, and they're just little pads. You know, like a little like.
Are they meant
Oh,
to
it
go up
almost
the
looks
anal?
like-
Yeah.
It almost looks
Yeah,
like
well,
like
they're for your ass. I don't know if they're meant to be shoved up there, but I put one up there.
Hey, why not, right?
Right.
Why not?
Remember,
You're in my fucking asshole.
I'm rocking,
Remember those
rocking
old, like,
this. This
what's
is
that?
like the better prep age.
It's Gorilla Glue.
Proctisol. Gorilla Glue.
And then I got this. Then I got the hemorrhoid spray.
Hemorrhoid
Oh, God.
spray.
It's the stuff you fill a tire with. Fill a flat. Puts it in wrong.
And then I haven't used it today, but I do have my little thing of sugar. I can put that on there. But I don't
good.
think that's
Funny.
doing
For
much.
coffee and
No,
your
it's
asshole.
not.
Yeah. No, I think it's worth trying though. I think it's a pretty good thing to do. The tux, they look kind of like, remember oxy pads? Remember when
Yes.
you used to like
Yep.
they used to have oxy pads that you wiped your skin with? That's
Yep.
what tux looks like. So imagine like taking an oxy pad out and then kind of rolling it up almost like a diploma and then putting it up your butt. That's like kind of what you're doing, Troy, yeah?
Yeah, you want me to grab the one I have up there now?
No. That's
No.
okay. I don't want to. It gross me out a lot. No, it's fine. And also, I want you to get better. But your trainer didn't. All this talk about butts has gotten Jim in the mood to do something.
Jim worked.
So your trainer isn't like, hey, maybe you shouldn't come in.
Well, I went in. So this happened Monday, last
Right.
Monday. I went in Tuesday. I was like, hey, man, I got a real problem. I want to take it easy. And I haven't seen him since, but I just logged in for the class at noon. So I'm going to see him, but I'm going to tell him, like, we got to take it easy today.
Right. And is it just a one-on-one class or is it a multi-person class?
No, there's a couple people in the class. There's only like, know,
Okay.
2 or 3, sometimes 4 other people. But,
Oh, that's good.
you don't have to, like, they give you what you do for the day. And then you can skip things or you can modify things. So, like, I don't, I can go as hard or as light as I want to.
I worry about the box jumps. That's what's on my mind right now. I worry that just because you do kind of have to, you don't have to do a full-on squat, but you kind of have to get that motion in to
Using those muscles.
kind of get some jump going, and then the landing. I feel like the boom, like I just feel like that could impact.
The box jumps, the cycle. Sometimes you do like,
Oh, cycling.
do a little bit on the cycles, the rower, you're sitting on a seat. So you're,
Yeah,
this motion, it's
yeah.
just, you're rubbing your butthole against the seat.
What are you
Yeah.
going to be able to do?
I'm going to try to do everything other than squats.
I guess if you don't know, or if you don't try, you don't know.
That's exactly right.
You know?
Yep.
There's only one way to find out, and that's a little trickle of blood down the back of the thigh.
I know I'm going to wear underwear. I usually don't wear underwear, but I'm going to wear underwear today just in case it explodes.
You don't wear underwear when you work out?
No, and that led to a whole other issue down here.
It's a public.
I don't like underwear. I've stopped wearing underwear down here. I hate it.
Did your balls pop out during a group workout?
No. I got a couple weeks ago. I got really bad jock itch because my balls are hanging extra low here, and I feel like if I'm jogging and running, I mean it's just chafing. I mean I cleared that problem up. We're through that problem.
Are you wearing shorts when you work out?
Yeah,
or pants?
Shorts.
And you with no underwear?
No,
are you wearing like shorts with like the underwear built in?
Like a baby suit
like
thing?
it's these are. I'm not wearing underwear now.
Troy's gonna get arrested for public indecency.
Oh my God! So you're just hanging around? Like, don't you think that your junk is just whipping all over the place?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know when I'm doing like jump rope. You know, I know my helmet is bobbing.
You gotta wear underwear.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to.
I mean, yeah.
We're human beings with free will. That's the best part about being a human being is free will. So you don't have to do anything. But it's just, I mean, I can't imagine going to maybe a home workout in your garage that nobody was there for. Maybe no underwear then. But like,
I love how he drops it in there like it's totally normal. I'm going to wear underwear today. I usually don't.
Yeah.
If you're offended, don't look at my penis.
Nobody's offended.
Well, that's not.
And that's really that's
fair.
That's victim shaming.
It is victim shaming. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean,
you shouldn't have worn that dress.
It would be the type of thing where like I would go to after you left the gym. I would go. It's not like I would like file a formal complaint. I just go like, "What's the deal with that guy and his dick everywhere?" Like every time I go to the gym, his dick's everywhere. I don't understand. Why isn't he wearing underwear? And they go, "I don't know. He comes in here like that. I don't know."
What he says is, don't look at it if you don't want to.
Yeah, he said. Well, I asked him. He told me his balls are hanging low because he's in Florida. I don't know. What are we gonna make him? What are we gonna check him? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Well, I'm not gonna stop going to the gym. It's just. It's weird because when he jump ropes, his helmet is bobbing. I know, we've all seen it.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I feel better not. I like just letting things hang.
I love it. Florida has let Troy be himself. Finally.
Yeah.
It really like. But do you do anything? Do you do anything like when you're laying on the bench or on the floor? Like, do you do anything where the legs of the shorts ride up?
I mean, the shorts are like almost come down to my knees, so it's like my penis and balls aren't going to fall out.
Well, do you
maybe
worry that
like those things where you're like your legs are like this, and like maybe if you like looked in, you could maybe see my penis, but like you're not. It's not just going to come flying out.
Right. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, I can see your anatomy, and you'd go like, well, why are you looking? Right? Why are you looking down my shorts leg?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, like if women have like, tits bumping around, like if they're doing fucking,
women
calisthenics.
They wear sports bras.
Yeah.
But it's still, you still see things. So if I wore underwear, then, and my helmet is still moving around, then it's okay then.
Well, I mean, at least you're making the effort.
Hold on, I just jump back in. You not wear underwear when you work out?
No, I was just talking, that led to another problem that I cleared up, but I had a problem with that.
What was the problem with chafing?
Yeah, I got really bad jock itch.
Oh yeah.
My whole thighs and everything were on fire.
I have a pronounced helmet. Like if I literally throw my sweats on and go out without underwear, I'm like really self-conscious because my helmet's pronounced. How can you work out like that? Yeah.
So. But I don't care. I mean, don't look at my helmet if you're offended.
No, I know. That's not fair. That's a fair point.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know how 100% fair it is. He goes to the public, like he goes to the gym with other people and wears
waves it like a foam finger at a ball game.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like if women have camel toe at the gym, like, You can't be like, I'm so offended. You got to hide that.
I do.
It's like,
I scream.
Don't look at it if you don't like it.
Yeah, but it's not popping out of their shorts.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes it's blatantly obvious. Like it's staring visible at you. Like,
Jesus, Travis, what do you make eye contact? The fuck's wrong with you? Uncomfortable? It's worse in the gym if you're staring at somebody's eyes. The woman would rather have you staring at her twat bulge. Look over to eager Travis staring in her face, just holding a towel, not saying anything. Fucking creepy Boo Radley.
I mean, just Jim, can you imagine wearing sweat shorts?
Yes.
With other people, like in a public gymnasium, jump roping with no underwear on?
No, I really am careful. Like, again, and sometimes I don't think about it. Like, I'm just sitting here doing the show. If I run out to fucking Starbucks or whatever after whatever, I just go to a fucking deli and all of a sudden I realize, oh my God, I'm not wearing underwear. Like, I have times to have walk back to the house and put underwear on and went back out. But it's not even to be exhibitionist. I just don't pay attention. But I've caught myself like in the elevator when you see like your reflection. I'm like, you can kind of see the helmet. And again, yeah, you're right. Don't look. But, I don't even.
I mean, that's not
waving all over the place. Yeah. No, he's not crazy either. I mean, you're right. The women and women do at times, Troy, at the gym they'll wear a little spandex, and they're fucking their pussies bulging out. You know?
Yeah. If you're offended, don't look at it.
I'm never offended.
You can. I mean, neither.
There's you can wear spandex. A guy can wear spandex and a guy can have a bulge. Okay? Yeah, if you got a bulge, you got a bulge. If you want to wear spandex. That's perfectly appropriate. But it's not appropriate to wear sweat shorts with no underwear.
Well, why is it appropriate to wear spandex? So if I wore spandex shorts, like biking shorts, you don't wear underwear with those. They have the underwear kind of built in, but like, what's the difference?
Underwear's built in. Because you're not hanging, because if you're wearing spandex, and there's underwear built in and everything is secured.
Yep.
You're not bobbing up and down while you're jump roping. That's the part where everybody's like, what the hell is going on?
Well, they obviously don't want me to be comfortable then.
Yeah.
The shaft the shaft's not gonna hit your belly button while you're doing box jumps.
Yeah, but you don't say to a woman with no bra, hey, put a bra on, what are you doing? Right? And
women don't work out with no bras.
Yeah,
the good ones do.
With no bra.
All the best.
What are you talking about?
My favorite women always do.
No, I would think that, and you wouldn't go up to them, but you would probably leave the gym going, what was up with that woman who wasn't wearing a sports bra? That was really odd. That she's just doing jump ropes with
smoothie. Thirsty? Want something? Let's talk to you more. No, I would never wonder that. I'd be happy. I'd be grateful. You don't look at a gift horse and you're grateful for it.
And Sam, do you think I really care what people there are thinking?
If I had to guess, no would be my answer. I would probably guess that you do not. Yeah. No, comfort, I think, in that scenario, comfort is probably paramount.
Yeah. Don't wear spandex, though. Because from the front, you'll have a bulge, and on the back, on the lower lip of your hiney, it's going to look like an air bubble that shows up under a piece of plastic. That you're trying to cover something smoothly with plastic and a fucking air bubble, like a screen cover. You don't need the fucking roid popping out.
Yeah. Troy was saying Troy was saying while you were gone that this is how you know it's serious. That he is going back to the gym today, but he's going to be wearing underwear, which is very unusual.
In case it pops in the middle of the workout.
Right. Kind of fingers crossed. Like, while that wouldn't be the most pleasant thing in the world in the moment, it would long-term take care of a lot of problems, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I want this out of my life.
You know what?
I'm fed up with it.
I think that Troy is kind of putting himself in a position where he thinks he's going to pop it. Like, I think that Troy is hoping that today
the workout is
at
going
the
to strain
gym,
himself so much.
And it pops. Like, I don't think he's considered that while that could happen, that straining could actually result in a second hemorrhoid as well. Yeah. Which is what I'm hoping for, that he's straining, trying to pop the first one, and the second one pops up.
You're hoping to double up on the hemorrhoids.
Oh, yeah.
On the other side, so that they're touching.
Yeah, they rub against each other.
Yeah, whenever you force a log out,
it looks like a cluster of grapes.
Yeah. You got to get them surgically fixed. You have to.
Well, if I get a second one, I'll go get them all removed at the same time.
Smart.
Yeah, get a 2-for-1.
Why go back on multiple trips?
Go once.
Yeah.
Just looking like a bushel of member berries. Remember when you worked out? Remember?
So, I'll let you guys know how the workout goes. I'm sure I'll be fine.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think you have maybe a few disappointed gym members. Why isn't that thing bouncing around while he's jump roping today? What's Troy doing?
He's wearing underwear. It's so unlike him.
Yeah, what's the deal? Troy, you okay? But other than that, no. I think it'll be absolutely fine. And if I were you, I'd try to pop that sucker again tonight.
Yeah, no. The only way I'll do it is if I get a needle. I need to find a needle. And I'll just kind of poke it and then push it. I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
Once you go to the store, get a sewing needle.
Yeah,
Get
go to
a
like
sewing
Michael's.
kit. Yeah, or even Walgreens.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a needle to pop my hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a thin sewing needle, but not so thin that it wouldn't pop a hemorrhoid.
But the problem
I'd
with
prefer
that,
not
Troy,
to tell you what this is for.
if you do that, it's going to refill. If you're going to do it yourself, what you ought to do is put a rubber band around the bottom and then get a cheese grater. And then grate it because you want to shred that skin so that there's nothing for the blood to rush back into. You have to shred it because you don't want it to reform into the sac.
Yes. Cheese grater is what you need, Troy. That's 100% right.
That's right.
I mean, at this point, if that would get rid of it, I'd fucking do it. I'm ready to get rid of this thing.
Yeah, you should get like New Jack from ECW to show up with like a cheese grater and a sickle and just go to town on it.
Yeah, it's fixable. No need to get discouraged. It's fixable.
Yeah.
No need to. And enjoy your workout today, too.
Thanks.
And I'm sorry you'll have to do it with underpants on. That sucks.
I can't wait for the update tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow he's going to have a hemorrhoid and jock itch.
Or
because of the stupid underpants.
he's going to have nothing.
No, I got the jock itch from not wearing underpants. My sack is like rubbing between my legs.
The friction. So why don't you just start wearing underpants then?
Because, man, why you got to restrict him?
It feels so much better not wearing them here.
I thought you stopped wearing underpants because like you were getting all grungy and sweaty with your underpants on. So you were like, forget these. I'm not wearing these anymore. So you're saying that you stopped wearing underpants. It gave you jock itch, but you enjoyed the experience of publicly working out without underpants so much that you refused to stop.
Well, you make it sound like I'm like an exhibitionist that's excited for people to look at my helmet when I do jumping jacks. That's not the case.
Pain for pleasure, Sam.
Pain for pleasure is right. I mean, like, it goes beyond comfort at that point. When you're sitting there and you're like, well, yeah, jock itch be damned. If I'm going to do jumping jacks, you're going to see my helmet.
Between the jock itch and the hemorrhoids, I see no positives to Troy working out.
No, put some powder on your balls. If you're going to do it without, put a little bit of powder, some powder. Have you ever powdered your bag?
Oh yeah, I got the whole thing. I started
the whole kit and
talcum
caboodle?
powder. The
Good.
Yeah, the medicated ball fucking powder.
That's great.
Yeah.
Your balls smell like my
Troy's got
grandmother's neck. Fucking a little sweat and powder.
The Gold Bond. That's what I use. The Gold Bond.
Yeah. That's old
Smart.
people stuff. Yeah.
Troy's got a whole kit.
Is that what they do?
Oh yeah. Oh, they gold bond everything. Yeah. But instead of realizing that their skin's just falling off because they're old. Yeah.
Yeah. Troy's got a whole kit. It's a I don't have to wear underpants at the gym kit. As long as I use all these products, I won't have to start wearing underpants at the gym.
Throw on a pair of spandex, dude. Let's just do that. Because there's no movement. Throw on a pair of spandex, no undies. Go in there and fucking just show them who's boss. Jump over some boxes.
That would be awesome.
Don't take any shit.
White spandex in case the hemorrhoid pops?
Oh,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like spandex, Troy?
really? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever owned a pair of spandex, but I can't imagine. I don't know. I'm kind of top heavy, and my legs are really thin, so it would look very bizarre. I think.
Oh,
I got you.
see. Yeah.
I got you. Almost like a upside down triangle, like you go out.
Yeah.
All right.
I need shorts that kind
I
of
see.
balance it out.
Understand.
Yeah. Would you, if you could, would you be most comfortable working out in the nude?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, you
Would you want
want
that
you
kind
don't
of
want your
bounce?
whole helmet really
Right.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, you need some kind of control, just not a lot.
Yeah. You don't want it flopping around like a fucking door latch in a hurricane. You don't want your fucking dick.
We should have locked it.
You definitely don't need that from your dick and balls while you're trying to fucking do running in place or high knees. You're doing high knees or burpees. Your dick and balls out. You know how bad burpees would be? Your fucking helmet mushing on the floor. Yeah.
Are you going to do burpees today? Burpees aren't going to be good for a hemorrhoid.
No, don't do burpees.
Let me see if I can see what's on deck today.
Oh boy.
Go on the app here and see. I certainly hope not.
But that's kind of a staple of CrossFit, or no?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, you can modify what you're doing. You know what I mean? You just tell them like, hey, I got the raging roid right now. I can't do that. Yeah, and the guy doesn't care.
Like, oh. It'll go like this. We were wondering why you had underwear on today. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess,
while you're looking, while he's looking, there's breaking news that is going to upset everybody in the studio.
no.
Bernie Madoff is dead.
No,
died in prison,
Bernie.
age 82. Anyway, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
No,
way to bring
Bernie
down the
Madoff
show.
has passed away. I know. I'm sorry, but Troy's looking. I figured it was a good time.
Yeah, they didn't.
It's gonna be hard to get back to the fun after that.
Yeah.
Speaking of bleeding assholes, Bernie Madoff died.
They didn't post the exercises, Troy?
No, sometimes on the app they'll be like, "This is what the workout is today." They didn't do it for today.
Oh, it sucks.
Either way, I'll be great.
I'm glad that both of you guys are here. The two Matts, Matt Eisman, Matt Serra. You both keep yourself in amazing shape. You both go to the gym a lot. Obviously, you're both lifting weights and stuff like that. We've been dealing with our pal Troy, who works for the show here. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but Troy was doing some squats, and he gave himself a really difficult to deal with hemorrhoid. He gave himself a hemorrhoid doing squats, and it's just, I mean, it's been described as an acorn perched right on the lip of the anal. And it's been tough. I don't know if you guys know, is that something that either of you two have dealt with? Are there any methods for how Troy can get back at it?
Right.
You want to handle it? I think Jim knows some people who have some expertise in that area.
Well, I have to ask Troy if penises have been injuring it on the way in. If not...
This has been an exit only for quite some time. Occasionally a finger back in the day, but only exits happening this time.
What were you throwing up, Troy?
Not much. I just started getting into CrossFit. I'm just trying to get rid of this, quarantine weight, and I've been getting into like CrossFit and just doing squats. That's probably putting up it was only maybe like 100 and a quarter. It wasn't nothing too big. But they're just trying to get me to drop lower, go lower, and I kept doing it. I kept pushing it, and then that roid popped up and just ruined my day.
I'm gonna say I know, and my ass is not the greatest. Jimmy, I know it sounds weird when I say Jimmy, but we can't. Jimmy, that came out weird. But I have stomach issues. I never had hemorrhoids. I never got that shit. I cannot relate, man. So.
I have to tell you, I asked a trainer over the weekend. I explained Troy's situation to her, and she said that in her professional opinion, she thinks that, and she did this as politely as possible because she doesn't know Troy, but she thinks there may have been more going on back there, and that maybe the squat activated it, but she doesn't know how often just pure squats are causing hemorrhoids to that degree. She thought that maybe there was something else going on. She doesn't know. Maybe there's a pre-workout that you're taking it's making it so that you have to hold in a shit or something like that. But she thought the problem lied in your anal more than the squat.
You can typically get it. You create that pressure. We call it the Valsalva. Thinking that when you're trying to take a shit, when you're trying to push, and you're constricting your entire torso. So get it taken care of, Troy Kwan. Doctors can go in, they can inject, they can essentially freeze up that vein and fill it to stop it. But I would get it done because otherwise that is going to be a continuing problem. And like Jimmy said, it's really going to ruin that backdoor fun.
Yeah, Troy's been trying to put cream on it. And I told him to twist it like a little balloon and put a rubber band around it, and then maybe slam a door jamb onto it. Maybe put it into a door jamb and close.
I feel like there are no shortage of people that pretty boy Troy Kwan can get to go back there and tend to it for him. But I would just go to the doctor and have it done professionally.
They say it was a blood.
Matty,
I never. The worst experience I've had was when I went vegan. And I was shitting so much, my asshole was just bleeding, that I was like, okay, I gotta mix in some more fiber and some meat, and had to use, some ointments, but, haven't had a hemorrhoid. Have seen everything though, back in the days when I had the white coat on. I swear it was always when the white coat was on. It could just be, it could be a crime scene back there, and it's unpleasant because anytime you take a dump, anytime you sit wrong, it's painful. So, just go see the doctor, pay the money, and have them really take care of it. Because I don't want to see that be a recurring problem where you have to walk into the studio with a donut for your ass.
I tried taking matters into my own hand. I tried popping it last week, and it's just created a pain that's just unbelievable.
The good news is it's highly likely to get infected. Well done.
That's what I told him. It's crazy to pop it. Then you're shitting, and everything is passing that little wound, and that's all bad stuff to have going into a wound. Let's go to a doctor.
A shit-filled pus sack, Troy Kwan. That's in your near future.
Are you worried at all, Troy, that now after hearing some of these experts speak, it sounds like there may have been more, it might not have just been the squat, that there may be, are you worried that you're prone to, that your anal may be prone to hemorrhoids?
Well, you guys know from, working together, and you hear me go to the bathroom and, in the studio, like I shit probably 4 or 5 times a morning. So just think about what that's doing to my asshole. Now I had to squat to that. That's just the cherry on top.
Is that just in the morning, or are you all day long?
Just in the morning. I don't know what it is. Like coffee just makes it just explode. I smell coffee and I have to shit. And then before I would go into the studio, I would shit before I'd come in. I'd shit before the show, and then I'd shit in the first break.
Troy's asshole skin looks like somebody's neck after they lose 150 pounds.
So, there's something obviously going on. So it probably now add squatting to that. It probably just pushed me over the edge.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you can do. In this pandemic, just make sure you stay in beast mode,
You can't, that's not recommended though, too. Because remember,
you're not supposed to stay in beast mode?
No. Because remember, there was a thing that came out last summer. It was how to boost your immune system, and all that stuff got taken off of Facebook. You can't. You don't want to have a good immune system.
Right. Yeah, it's terrible. You're right.
But I've been working on boosting my immune system.
We have to rely on the vaccine to
rely on the chemicals.
Yeah, rely on the chemicals.
I was hoping to do both.
No, you can't.
That's problematic.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I would look and see what the CDC says before you do that.
Yeah, see what they say this week.
I've been eating vitamin D gummies like they're going out of style.
Oh.
Should I not be admitting that?
I mean, you better be careful. You're going to get pulled off this platform for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And vitamin C.
But I got vaccine too. I thought that was...
that's good. That's good.
Okay. All right.
But
I shouldn't also be... No.
I wouldn't talk about how much beast mode you're in right now.
Yeah.
Trying to exercise to keep myself healthy?
I'd probably keep those videos off social.
Yeah, it's probably in the best interest.
Oh, so you think I put that deadlift video up and people were like, oh, he's one of those.
Oh.
Yeah. He's trying to take care of himself.
Yeah. I see. He's one of those guys
naturally.
Trying to do it on his own.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I posted a sticker photo and an exercise photo, though.
And one with $3.
Yeah.
And just to show that I still got money.
Show your worth, yeah.
Show you're getting paid.
Just let everybody know that financially I'm in a good place.
Well, Sam, the messaging is important. When I get vaccinated, I can't wait to show everybody that I've been vaccinated and to get a sticker and to, I want to try to change my Twitter profile. I want everybody to know that I've done the right thing because I think the messaging is very important.
You should change your Twitter name to Vaxxed Comedian.
Vaxxed Comedian.
That way people know. They're like, oh, this is a good show to go to. It's a crazy time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Crazy time. A lot of judgments being thrown around by a lot of people.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I'm jealous of you, all that weight you're throwing up. So I don't need to see that. Get that out of my face.
Yeah.
Oh, is it triggering you?
A little bit. Yeah.
I see. It's like
because I'm going to push myself. I'm going to get another hemorrhoid, and then we're going to have a problem.
I'm not. Right.
Oh, how is your roid?
It's all right.
Oh,
heading in the right direction.
Ballooned out, or is it getting a little smaller?
It's smaller, thank God, but it's it's still there. It's like I'm like 3 weeks into this thing.
Old Bobby Darin just won't leave, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Can't get rid of this joker.
That's right. Mac, the blood-filled pustulist. Is that a word? No, I don't think so. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, well. I'm glad it's getting better.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just got to be careful. I got CrossFit today, so I don't want to blow another one out.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah, watch those squats. And you know what?
I think that's what it is today. A lot of clean squats.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Do you take pre-workout?
What do you mean?
Like do you like eat or drink any pre-workout, like supplement stuff? Yeah.
I mean, I had a cup of coffee and a couple of hard-boiled eggs. That's about where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. That's not a. That's rough. Okay, that's trouble. That's trouble.
The coffee's what's doing it, man. I think that it's something with me and coffee. It just explodes out of my bottom.
Well, it's kind of supposed to. It does the same for me. Like, I could literally not shit, and I have a coffee, and then 15 minutes later, my legs stiffen up, and I'm like, oh, it's the type of shit where you're afraid that you won't be able to sit before it flies out. Like, I'm afraid, like, I'm standing, like, I'm not going to get my trousers down before I'm going to begin shitting all over the back of my legs. Yeah, that's a great feeling. To sit down, and it just looks like a fucking, it looks like a softball made of hay in the toilet.
Oh, God.
But is yours like an orgasm of poo, where it's just like, and it's just, that's it?
It can be, but sometimes it's like a slow, like an ice cream thing, like, and it's just
a
steady
soft serve
flow. Yeah, and it piles up outside the water. It's awesome. Yeah, wonderful feeling.
And just the pride when you see, like, oh, I've shit that much, and it's so much it's out of the water.
That's right. Look what I've done.
Yeah,
brimming.
Look what I've done.
I believe brimming is the term.
Yep. Brimming with feces. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. When you leave the old Charlie Rose behind. Charlie Rose, by the way, did not want that to be his legacy.
He did not.
No.
That's probably embarrassing.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, but would you ever consider, like, not drinking the coffee before the workout? Or do you need the energy?
I need the energy.
Yeah, because I like that cold brew. I usually like slam cold brew right before I go in the door. And that way it takes me across, hour and change. So that by the time I crash, I'm just finishing and it's like perfect. But my bowels cooperate with me, I think, a little bit more than yours do.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've been taking those Metamucil pills. And they're helping. Jim, you might want to try those if you've never tried them.
I don't really need them because I do shit. I mean, my asshole, that's one thing I do is I shit fairly well. So I don't think I need Metamucil. I used to take them, but they made me very gassy, unfortunately.
Which was so odd.
There's not much that there's not much that doesn't, Jim.
Yeah, I can say that about anything. Well, how come you like blowing up balloons? That makes me gassy. Yeah. I can't watch that show. It makes me,
I think you're in a whole different category than everyone else when it comes to shitting.
Yeah, there's something weird going on. I don't know what's going on.
You were tested. There's something,
remember
something weird.
Yeah, colon cancer.
You remember the time as a young man? I don't think it's colon cancer necessarily, Travis.
Because
I don't think.
I mean, we don't know.
I don't think so because it's not new. We
That's
all remember,
true. That's true.
Even as a high school student, young Troy Kwan. This is one of the episodes of Troy Kwan, the animated series. Young Troy Kwan was getting picked on in school. So he realized the only thing, and this is what you do when a bully is bothering you. You should do speeches at schools, Troy. Yeah. When a bully is bothering you, you take it until you can't take it anymore, and then you spray him in the face with pepper spray, and then when he gets on the ground, you punch him in the face so hard that you shit your pants. Correct?
It was military grade pepper spray.
Good for you.
So it was the real shit. It wasn't the fucking shit you buy at Walmart.
And then you could sell a kit. You could sell a little kit to the high schoolers for this. And what it is, it's 2 sheets of toilet paper, and it's a face mask that goes over your asshole. So if you punch him so hard and you shit into the mask, then you can just kind of go in, pull out the filled up mask, dab your hiney with the 2 sheets of paper, and go about your day.
Yeah.
This way you won't have to go home in disgrace. Troy's fight kit.
I think that's a great idea. That's how you know when somebody really means business. If they just have pepper spray on them, then really they're not going to do anything with it. It's just for show.
Right.
But if they've got pepper spray and a diaper on, this is going to get used.
Yeah. If they
Not fucking around.
A Henson shit kit. If they have a Henson shit kit.
Yeah.
No, I guess now that you say that, the shit problems do stem back to childhood, so there could be something there.
Yeah.
We think there's some repression going on there.
I don't know if it's repression or he said repression, but I feel like that incident of the shit your pants incident was like as prideful as anyone can be defecating in their own pants.
Correct.
Right? Like you're still pretty proud of yourself, even though there was waste in your pants.
Proud to this day.
Yeah.
I was getting bullied, and I had enough of it. That was it. This is going to end today.
It'd be great if Troy had a kid. And his kid came home one day and he was like, "Oh, I keep getting bullied." He's complaining to his mom, "I keep getting bullied." And whoever Troy's wife would be pulls Troy over and goes like, "Hey, you got to talk to Troy Kwan Jr. about he's getting bullied." And you're like, "Yeah, no, I got this. Yeah. Well, son, here's what I did. And it's like, your son has to go to the military ammunition store.
Yeah, the Great War Store in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's a real.
And buy white Navy pants. Because even though it's embarrassing, you want everyone to see the fact that you've been in a fight. So you get the military-grade pepper spray and white naval pants so that everybody will know when you're walking away, like, wow, that guy shit his pants punching. That's a guy not to fuck with. Nobody fucks with a guy who shits his pants.
No. No, they don't.
He's a problem.
No, they really don't. Like that guy's friends are not going to come after you later. Because they're thinking, like, as much as I don't want to get punched, I really don't want to get punched so hard that man shits his pants again. And I'm looking at that man. The fact that he wore white pants today tells me that he will shit his pants again if he needs to.
Yeah. Somebody's looking to get punched today.
Yeah, when Troy gets off the bus in his white pants, stay clear.